This is a Christmas children's poem that I wrote for my two nephews, Brennan and Garrett. Brennan will be turning 3 in February, and Garrett just turned 1 this past September. So Brennan and Garrett, if you're watching this video, remember this Christmas children's poem your uncle wrote for you. The name of the Christmas children's poem is Nathan de Burgh, Polar Bear, Private Eye. Nathan de Burgh was a polar bear. He had no need for long underwear. He lived on a berg made of ice, in a little igloo that was nice. He was a private eye, this polar bear was, who claimed he was Philip Marlowe's cuz. One day as he was sitting in his office, reading the works of Thomas Malthus, a penguin knocked at his door, and Nathan hit the floor. "You're a long way from home," said Nathan the bear. "Indeed," said the penguin, in his tuxedo wear. From South Pole to North Pole the penguin had come, accompanied by huskies and a bottle of rum. "What brings you here, so far to so near?" Nathan drank his ginger beer. Swatting aside some whirling dervishes, the penguin replied, "I'm seeking your services." Said the penguin, "I am a singer, also a part-time bell ringer. I was to sing at Obama's inaugural ball. Day after election, I got the call. My manager nearly hit the wall. But something happened, alas, alas. I need to take Epsom salts for my gas. Somebody has stolen my singing voice. Over this, my showerhead did rejoice." "Who do you think stole your voice?" Nathan did inquire, while the penguin danced like his pants were on fire. "Somebody at the North Pole, I suspect. A certain elf gives me no respect. He put coal in my stockings last year, which caused a rash in my rear. Now I always look before I put on stockings. I'm a Knight of the Garter. Isn't that shocking?" Nathan took some aspirin off the shelf, washed it down with water. "What's the name of this elf?" "His name is Antonio Flavius, certainly a pain in the avius. He works for Santa, sometimes Banta. He makes loads of toys for good girls and boys." And so Nathan took the case, while the penguin's huskies held a race, with penguin following at great pace. The penguin, whose name was Dan, used for deodorant Ultraban. A good thing the huskies he couldn't outran. And so to the North Pole Nathan went, in his Model T Ford, without a dent. This rare gem he did own, along with a ringtone on his cell phone. His cell phone went off like an Irishman's cough, just as he spotted Santa's reindeer trough. "Nathan de Burgh here. I'll have a beer." The bear helped himself to a frozen can from the reindeer trough. A new brand, Quetzalcoatl, Aztec beer, oh so dear, mixed with vodka Smirnoff. It really gave quite a buzz. but don't drive or face the fuzz. Nathan here, he drank the beer, but no reply on his cell phone. So he yawned and reached for an ice cream cone. "That'll be 50 cents, said Major Spence of the North Pole Army, an elf the size of a leprechaun in Killarney. Nathan reached into his pocket, where he pulled out a light socket. "This is all I have," Nathan grinned. "I guess tonight the northern lights will be twinned." Nathan looked up, holding his cup with steak and kid for sup. He was in a British pub, yes, at the North Pole, aye, there's the rub. And as elves came out of the tub, there was lots of soap suds as Nathan ate his spuds. One of the elves stopped to whistle, a sound to make mistletoe shrivel. "That doesn't sound like an elfin voice." Nathan looked up from reading his James Joyce. He grabbed a beer from the barmaid Jenna and looked up at an antenna. GPS would indicate music copyright syndicate. The elf's whistle was Dan Penguin's voice. Nathan put down his James Joyce and pulled a gun out of his underwear, this Rambo-esque polar bear. "Hands up, Flavius! Hands up, Flavius, you pain in the avius!" And so Flavius was taken to court, with handcuffs, grunts, and a snort. The judge on the bench was Santa. Prosecuting attorney was Banta. For the defense was Major Spence. But despite his impersonation of Perry Mason and some lying seagulls bust from the station, the defense all came to naught, like a leopard trying to change his spot. And Flavius is sentenced to bed this coming Christmas Eve. His replacement, the elf called Steve. And so in Santa's sleigh, the night before Christmas Day, there will be no Antonio Flavius, nor any sudden Hiccavius. That's reindeerese for hiccups. From Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer, nor Comet nor Blitzen, drinking beer. What is the cause of Rudolph's red shiny nose? Licking beer off Antonio Flavius's toes. And so Nathan de Burgh is the hero of the hour, and despite the penguin's voice being sour, sing he will for Obama, not to mention any future Telerama. And now 'tis the end of our little drama, and we must bid adieu to you and you. But on Christmas Eve, watch out for reindeer poo.